Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Brad Tragic. And today, well, I don't really have a vlog planned, really, and what I want to talk about or anything. So, I'm kind of just winging it here. So this is probably going to be kind of like the Brad Tragic show, random topics or whatever, talking about random stuff. Had a good night at work last night. It was, really boring. Didn't get much freight in. It was just like a little bit of freight and then pretty much a cleaned up day, making the store look good and everything like that. So, really boring. I'm super tired. Working third shift is different and challenging, especially when you have a baby and a kid that has to rely on you to be awake and take care of them. Because when my son got, where he was 7, 8 years old, for like 2 or 3 years now, haven't really had to do much, I could, go to bed and tell him, hey, play on your Xbox. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. After lunch, I'd make him lunch, whatever, and then I'd just go to sleep. Or there's been times where I had went home and fed him breakfast, went to sleep, set my alarm for like 12:30, got up, fed him lunch, and went back to bed. Yeah, it's been like that. I mean, you get tired. You get super, super tired. It is really cold in here. I had the air on for some reason. But in Indiana right now, the weather is kind of kooky. Yesterday, it rained in the morning. Really hardcore. Almost Florida rain. It was almost that. It was crazy rain. I hope we don't get that rain. Oh, God, that'd be horrible. We started getting that kind of rain. That's not good. But it's usually around this time of the year. It's kind of, it's kind of odd because it'll go back and forth between being really hot and it'll be a little bit chilly. And it's kind of like the weird stage of the summer where summer's just starting and, it's just kind of odd. Indiana's always weird. Like if you've ever been to Indiana, our weather, it's crazy. You never know what you're going to get. Who knows? A month from now, we could get snow. I mean, we don't know. It's Indiana weather, okay? I don't know what other states are like that. I'm assuming the two right beside us, Ohio and Illinois, it's probably like that too. Where, they get pretty much the stuff that we get, so I'm assuming it'd be about the same living there. And I know I lived in Tennessee for a while, and even Kentucky. Kentucky got pretty much what Indiana got too, on a kind of they actually got, I think one year we got more in Kentucky than they did in Indiana, or vice versa. But I know the other year we lived in Kentucky, we didn't get hardly anything. So it goes vice versa. Like one way it'll go up in Indiana, sometimes it'll come down and go into Kentucky. So then we get less. Well, when I lived in Tennessee, it was, night and day. Like, it was all about ice. And that's the one thing that I hate. I do not like ice. So I'm glad that I am done Tennessee and don't have to go back there for a while. Or ever. It's a cool state, and I didn't even really do anything that you would think I would have done while I lived there. I have aspirations to be a singer, but I never really went to Nashville to do anything for that. I never even entertained the idea of trying to, do anything. I never auditioned for a band in Tennessee. That's kind of weird. You would have thought I would have found at least one band that would have, and I threw feelers out there, but I didn't really get anything back. A lot of people were in the country down there, but there was also a lot of Christian bands down there too. And the same kind of goes for this area too, which is kind of weird. Or a lot of people around here, they want classic rock kind of stuff in the Greensburg area and surrounding. But, it is what it is. But constant tiredness, working on third shift, it's kind of hard to get over that. Some people are better and more about. Some people I know, they get up at like 4 in the afternoon. And they go home and go to sleep, and then they do it that way. But it's kind of the way everything is set up with how I live. My wife usually goes to work in the morning sometimes. Like I said, sporadic with her job right now because she has two. The weekend she normally works. That's usually pretty stable. She's going to work or she's not going to work because she took a day off. During the weekdays, though, they have a factory job, and she kind of does some data entry for a factory. I think I've talked about this real briefly before. But it's only kind of helping out her mom, like, finish the data, like, if she gets bogged down. So right now, she's not really bogged down too much, so she's not really getting much hours. Like, she goes in every once in a while, and lately, if it's like that, and she's not really bogged down, then she'll go in and kind of just, whatever. And when she does that, it's better for me to stay up with the kid until she gets home, and then, whatever. She has taken the child. At first, when she started going to this job, when the baby was born, she wanted to come back to work because she needed the money. We needed money. And I was kind of like, I was giving her shit. I'll admit I was being an asshole. And I didn't really want to take care of the child because he was really difficult as an infant. And plus, he had to be breastfed and stuff like that. And it was just really, really difficult to deal with that kind of stuff. She could have pumped beforehand, but sometimes she wanted to be gone until like 1, 2 in the afternoon. It was really, really busy at that time. And, but she would take the kid with her to work. And the boss would allow it. He was fine with it. Because it's pretty much inside of a house that she goes to anyway. And they had some baby stuff anyway that she could use while she was there. So it was kind of nice. But nowadays, I gotta take care of the kid while she's at work. He's pretty manageable. He's not that bad now. He's kind of he's pretty much on solids now, so that's good. My little Cash is getting older. He just was turned, I think, 13 months is what my wife said yesterday, I think. So, congrats on that to me. He's getting big. He's starting to walk. He'll be in a few videos and things like that. I'm sure he'll be in some videos in the future. Zayden is actually just got done with 4th grade. He's going into 5th grade next year. He did graduate. He doesn't have to take summer school or anything. He struggled with a couple things, but pretty much he got his stuff up, And we did, here's the thing about it. When you're a parent, there's different ways to take things, You can be mad at him and, say, hey, dumbass, you got to get the shit ready. Come on. You got to get it right. You can go at it that way, but I don't think it's really going to help him. And, I kind of talked to my wife, and I think we kind of have the same understanding, which she wants him to get good grades. She just wants to, beat it into him. Like, hey, all right. Well, not physically, but mentally, she wants to just, rah, be on him a lot. But I told her, it's like, if he gets a C, I'd be happy. I don't want him to get a C. I'd rather him get a B. And I think he understands that. We'd love to see him get straight A's because he's did it before. He did it for pretty much the first 2 years of school, like kindergarten and 1st grade. I think he got straight A's like constantly. Kindergarten, I don't think he got grades in kindergarten, so it's like, whatever. But he would get excellent and everything. But 1st grade, he did really good. I think he got straight A's like all the time. And then 2nd grade, that's when he got like one time during the year actually no, I think 2nd grade he got all straight A's as well. 3rd grade, previous year, he that was when I think 2 quarters he didn't get. He just got an AB honor roll for those 2. So, but we're still proud of him. And this year he kind of struggled. I think he actually got a C on one of no, he got AB honor roll all this year. That's what it was. But he did have a couple grades that he really had to bust his butt to get those grades up and make sure he didn't, get off the AB honor roll. Because he's a pretty smart cookie, He was in the Spell Bowl thing this year, and that was awesome. He actually, a couple belts he went up in Taekwondo, so that was good, for him, physically and mentally in Taekwondo doing that. So, a lot of things going on with me. I'm happy with what's going on as far as my children. Myself, though, I've talked about the tribulations I'm going through. If you didn't see that, watch the video. I think it's like a couple days ago about being in the car or something like that. I mean, I don't know what's going on. These people that I work with, there's something wrong with them. Anyways, you don't want to know. Anyways, oh man, I don't know. It's just, things are going on, and I'm bent out of shape. And my mind is so, whatever. And I don't feel the effects of the medicine that the doctor gave me, Prozac. It's not affected me yet, so I don't know what I'm going to feel from that. And I was going to make a video, like, basically titling it, that. I've started on that. But I feel like I'm just going to do these vlogs and kind of casually mention, like, how I'm doing with it. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the Prozac guy. I'm not going to talk about that. But I will tell you this, is that I kind of want to just note it in these videos. Something I want to start doing, and it's not because I'm feeling kind of down and stuff like that, because I am kind of lately, because it's like I'm getting older. What have I accomplished? I haven't really accomplished much. I mean, I'm 37, 38 years old, and don't ask me. I don't know. Yeah. But I haven't really accomplished anything. I'm working a retail job. I don't even own a house. There's so much crap, and where am I at? It's like those kind of things run through my mind, and it's like, I know that I'm super talented. I mean, I can sing, I can write music, I can write poetry, I can, write stories, I can, I love music. I think people like to listen to my views on music and movies and things like that. My YouTube thing hasn't picked up quite yet. I'm just grinding along, doing videos, and these vlogs probably really don't help at all, but it helps me to get, the emotion out and get my feelings out there. So really, I'm just doing it to make videos, sometimes just to flatten my gums. I need to get going soon, though, because my wife is going to wonder what the hell I'm at. But I just needed to make a video today, first, just because I need to make a video for today. And second, I like doing this. I like making videos for YouTube. Whether anybody watches them, it's fine. It's for me if nobody watches them. So, I want to get a journal, and I want to start writing in it. There's a lot of different reasons for that. Some of it is to, one day Cash and Zayden are, I'm not going to be here anymore. And I kind of feel like some things are going to be left out, and they won't know about things that happen with me and my wife. And I kind of want to write a journal and just tell them, like, hey, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to talk about it when you were growing up, this and this. And even if it's the point to where I'm, 70 years old and they're reading this, because I gave it to them as a gift, when I get older, and I gave it to them as a gift kind of just to hold on to and say, well, there's some good stories in there. You can, write them and stuff like that. Read them, write them. How are they going to write them? I'm the one, anyway. But yeah, that's kind of where my mind is set on, and I kind of want to do that. I wish I could write better. I wish I could learn to write better. That's one thing I wish I could, but I'm going to try and write as legibly as I can, and just do a journal. And I'm going to try not to write chicken scratch in it and stuff like that. I have a lot of notebooks, but I have this bad habit about buying notebooks and writing in it about 10 times or so, and then just discarding it off to the side, and then I just buy another one. I don't know what. I have a problem with that. I literally threw away a bunch of notebooks like a while back ago, just because I just needed to get rid of them, because they were falling apart, and I kept the ones that are in better shape, and so forth. Some of them had information in it, though, that, I wanted to keep, so I just tore the pages out that I wanted to keep. But, as you get older, you kind of start thinking about things, and you start thinking about, like, well, when I'm gone, what do I want people to remember me for? And I think a lot of things I just really want to be remembered for is I want to tell them the stories and things that I went through and, things that I kind of, didn't get to tell them because either it wasn't the appropriate time or there never really was a place for me to tell them about a certain thing, or maybe I just never wanted to tell them while I was alive about this. And that's kind of why I want to do kind of like a journal thing and talk about things. Even feelings like, I can't really tell you guys. It'll go in a journal, but things like that I don't want anybody to know. Or things I've, wanted to do in the past and didn't get a chance to. Those things are probably going in the journal, And I'm not going to put it like right up front, the things that like nobody knows about me, but they're going to be in there in the journal, and I think as time passes, I'll get enjoyment from doing that. It might be some sort of therapy for me. So, when I haven't talked to my doctor about seeing a therapist or something. I'm not sure if I want that. I might. Conversation kind of came up with my wife that, I kind of told her, I'm kind of thinking about that I might need a therapist because I had no one to talk to. And she basically says, you can talk to me. And I said, no, I can't. And she said, yes, you can. And I'm like, no, I can't because I've tried before. You don't want to hear none of it. And that conversation has come up before that I want to talk to somebody about something or whatever. And, you really don't have, the person that wants to listen to me is my stepmom. And that's fine. But I have to message her on Facebook and text every single thing down that I want to talk to her about and type it up and tell her what I feel. And that really isn't the same, So, in all theory, I'm just tired a lot of times of like certain things going on. And, the journal thing, that just came up because of stupid reason, really. How I saw somebody putting something, writing something in there, a notebook, and I'm like, I kind of want to do a journal, and that's how that came up. But I got to get going. Almost 20 minutes long. That's kind of 17:48. And I'm super tired all the time. And I brought it up to the doctor. And he just says you need to exercise more. And I'm like, really? Like, that's what I wanted to tell him. Like, this is seriously all the advice you got for me. And nothing. Like, it can't just be that. And so I'm so tempted to go to another doctor because I've had two things now. My ear, which I think is this freaking ear infection. I think he's just reading way into it. And if it's an ear infection and I've had to go with all this crap, I'm not sure if I want to stay with this doctor. I got a lot of stuff done, and I'll stick with him until whatever, but I will go somewhere else and get my ear looked at, and I will get medicine for my damn ear. Because I really do think it's just an ear infection, and he's just way, way overanalyzing it. And, because he didn't even give me anything for an ear infection to just see if it was going to work. Like, here, I'll give you some antibiotics. Take this, and we'll see if it helps. No, I didn't get nothing. So I've been deaf in this ear for like a month now. Like over a month now. Because it started out as just kind of like siphoning away. I'm not completely deafening. I can sure hear stuff out of there. But so annoying. And he doesn't even want to give me like any antibiotics or anything like that to, just try it, And it was kind of annoying. But, I'll go with him right now because he's dealing with the antidepressants with me. I want to get that cleared up. Make sure I got the right dosage and everything for that. And then we'll see if I want to switch with somebody else or not. Because, I don't know, like, I feel like he's not doing all that he can do. Supposedly, he's one of the best in town. But, I don't know, like, that's saying something in Greensburg. There's not a lot of good doctors in Greensburg. I think probably if I had a handful of names in my hand, if half of them fell out through the cracks of my fingers, those are probably the good doctors in Greensburg. Like, There's probably about 5 or 6 doctors that are really good in Greensburg. The others, questionable. One tried to kill my wife at the hospital, so tried to tell her, or tried to say she had pneumonia or something. She was pregnant. That happened. Anyways, I hang off here. Hope you guys enjoyed the ranting and raving, the lunatic that I am, Brad Tragic, and more to come. I'm not sure what's the plan. I need to do a music review, for God's sakes. Probably do it today. Definitely this weekend, but maybe today I might review an album. I have CDs sitting right next to me, and I bought. It still pisses me off I didn't get that Ultra Bridge CD. Man, I'll tell you that story later. Another Brad Tragic show day. Anyways, want a Brad. I want an Ultra Bridge CD. That will come later, and I will talk about that. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all the good jazz. I'll catch you guys later. Keep rocking. And keep on listening to music. And people that rant and rave on YouTube, is that something that people should? I don't know. All right, bye.